Hello, students. Today's lesson is going to be on formatting in Google Docs. What you need to know to make your work look great. It also happens to make your teachers very happy when you use the correct formatting. So the directions for today, you're going to watch this video and you are going to try out different sections. The way I'm going to ask you to do this is listen to the tutorial I'm giving you. We'll go through section 1 first. I'll show you how to do it. You can choose to either pause the video and do one section at a time, or you could watch the entire first section and then pause before you get to the next section. So let's start here. Section 1, Formatting 101. The first direction says make me small. So what you're going to need to do is highlight that entire sentence. You can choose to either press down on the mouse and then highlight the whole section, or you can click a few times, make me small. There you go, it's highlighted all the way. And then what you're going to do is you're going to change the font. So we can see up here that we're using size 14 font. To make it smaller, we still want to be able to read it. So let's pick, I don't know, a font somewhere up here. So maybe we'll say 10. That looks pretty small. Make me big. Let's not go too big. Maybe something 50 or smaller. So let's go for 36. That looks big. Next, you're going to make this text bold. See this B right up here? When you hover over it, it says bold. Look at that. It's amazing. Put me in italics. Italics is that sideways looking fancy font. It's used for titles of books or articles. Underline me. That's this U with an underline underneath it. Okay. Change my color. Well, right now the color is black. See this A, how there's a line underneath it? If you click on it, it gives you two options. If you click in the text here, you can change your font color. If you were to click over here, that would change the highlighting, which is our next question. So I changed the color of my font here. Now I'm going to change the highlight color here by clicking on highlight. I'm going to make it something really bright. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to move this to the center. And I think this is what most 4th and 5th graders struggle with. See right here, these button options? If you hover over them, this says left align. All of this right here, this is all aligned to the left already. This is to center align, to move it to the center. Right align and justify. We're not going to worry about justify. If you ever look at a newspaper, if you went to boston.com or you actually had a newspaper in your hand, you'll notice that all of the article will be justified. It's all going to fit and look totally even. We're not going to worry about that for school, okay? So let's go back to this. Move me to the center, center align. Move me to the right, right align. Okay, now this is one that I know you guys love to do. Let's not spend too much time focusing on this. This is just practice. Change my font. Well, these are your font options. I know some of you have discovered that you can select more fonts by doing this, but let me tell you, that is like Alice's rabbit hole. That could go on forever. So just for our purposes today, highlight and just select one font you already have, okay? Going to do Black Ops 1. Oof, looks very serious. Okay, now change my font size and color. So highlight it all. Let's change the font. Let's go to Bad Script. Okay, change my size. Let's make it 30. And change the color. Let's make it, oh, I'm feeling purplish. Let's do purple. Oh, notice that? I was still in highlight. So I need to go back and highlight none. Take that off. Click on this again. Make sure I click on text. There we go. Much better. All right, fix my spelling. I know you guys see that red squiggly line sometimes, and I'm going to show you a couple tricks. So fix my, okay, that's not how we spell my. If I click right there after the I, go back, put in the Y. Now let's pretend I didn't know how to spell this word. If you know how to correct it, obviously you could just add in that extra L right there. But if you didn't know, what you can do is you either double click on a trackpad or you control click and it brings these options up, okay? Now look right up to the top. Did you mean spelling? Yes, that is what I meant. Thank you, Google. And correct it, and there you go. So the spelling is fixed. Okay, tab this to the right one time. Now tab is the way you need to indent a paragraph. I've noticed that sometimes kids use an arbitrary, random amount of spaces. That is not the way that we do this. See how your teacher can see how many spaces you hit there. All you need to do on the left-hand side of your keyboard, towards the top, it's a third button down about, it says tab, T-A-B, and all you need to do is press it once. And that is the acceptable size of an indent. So just to practice using that button, this direction says tab this to the right 2 times. 1, 2. And now tab this to the right 3 times. You can do this. 1, 2, 3. So check, you have finished section 1, formatting 101. You can go back and do this on your own now. Or if you've been doing it the whole time, we can begin section 2, intro to shortcuts. Shortcuts is just what it sounds like. It's a shortcut to help you save keystrokes. Now, whereas in the previous section, you could click on B or I or U to bold, italicize, or underline. Do you notice that underneath each of these options, there's this little, kind of looks like a butterfly? That's the command button symbol. Command I, Command U, Command B, and those will do the exact same things. So right here we see underline. That's what I did right here is Command U to underline, Command B to bold, Command I to italicize. Oh, these are function shortcuts. So if I wanted to copy this, you would highlight what you needed copied, and then you would Command C to copy it, and then you'd click wherever you wanted it, and you'd Command V. Okay, so did I just get rid of that completely? No. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So Command C will copy, Command V will paste. Now, if you want to cut something out, maybe you don't need a section, you don't want this picture here anymore, you can Command X. And then to undo something, just like I just did when I made a boo-boo before, you hit Command Z and that'll undo the last things you did. Okay, so let's practice in the next section. Copy and paste me into the cell to the right. Okay, one cell over to the right, it's going to be this cell. So we need to copy So highlight the whole thing. Command C. You need to press them at the same time, not at separate times. So while one finger's holding down that command button, then you're clicking C. Okay. So now I'm clicking in the box where I want to paste it. See where the cursor is flashing right there? I'm going to command V. Ta-da! Cut and paste me into the cell in the middle. Cut and paste, that means we are going to cut right here, that Command X, and paste. Okay, so let's try it down here. So highlight the whole thing. Control X. Well, it disappeared. Command V. Okay, I want to do something. I'm going to undo this, okay? Let's pretend I didn't read the directions completely. And I Command X and then Command V. And I realized, oh, wait a second. The directions actually told me to put it in the middle. So I wanted to undo, Control Z, and then repaste it here, Command V. And as I'm saying that, I'm noticing up here, it says copy and paste me into the cell to the right. It does not say 1 over to the right. So Miss Pinnell did this wrong. So let's Control X, Command V, right there. I think I followed the directions. What do you think? Okay, one more. Highlight the whole thing, underline me. Well, we know that the underline option is up there, but the shortcut is Command U. Make me bold. Command, any ideas? Command B. Okay. And italicize, Command I. Let's highlight, Command I. Excellent job. You guys just finished section 2. So feel free to pause me and go back and do it yourself. Or if you've been doing it the whole time, we will just continue on. Okay, section 3 is all about spacing. So let's see. I've noticed talking to your teachers that sometimes you guys have these spacing issues where if your teacher says you need to write 1 page, you think, oh, I'll double space it and make it size 30 font and they'll never know that I didn't write very much. Guess what? Your teachers are onto you. They were once 4th and 5th graders as well. So I'm going to show you appropriate spacing. If your teacher has not asked you to change anything with spacing, you're going to keep it just like this. You're going to keep it single spaced. Now that's option for spacing is up here. See how we went through these alignments? Now here, line spacing. See how the arrow is equal with the paragraph? So we're going to click that angle. See there are options. Single, which is what this already is. 1.15, just a little bit bigger than single. 1.5 and double. Okay, so what was my direction here? Make the following paragraph 1.5. Okay, and here, make the following paragraph double spaced. So let's go back and go to double. And just like that, you have finished section 2. Now, section 4 is advanced formatting. Center me, align to the right, change my color, change my font, bullet the following, highlight these. Bulleting options are here. You could bullet with numbers or you could bullet with bullets. And then change the background. You can double click, go to table properties, change this, and just like that, you've changed the background. Congratulations, you have finished formatting.